If you could teach children only one lesson, what would you teach them?
Oh, these questions, man. This guy. You're a
Tell
pro,
me.
man. You're amazing. That's such a great question. All right.
Thank you.
I'm going to be thoughtful about this. Give me one sec. Just one thing, right?
Yes, take your time.
If I could teach children one thing, it would be to not repeat their parents' trauma. I think that all the challenges in the world that exist today are because we keep passing down trauma. And the trauma we experience from our parents or the people in our lives, our caregivers, we pass on to our partners and our children, and then they pass it on to the next generation, and then they pass it on to the next generation, and it keeps spreading across the world. And so the number one skill I would teach any child is the ability to heal from their own trauma, from their parents as they grow older, and help them gain the insight and the healing that means they won't just pass it on to their kids and their partners, because it's really interesting how we just keep repeating mistakes and keep doing this. And I'll give you a personal example. So when I was a young kid, some of the caregivers in my life, some of the people in my family, they loved me a lot, but they made me feel guilty that I didn't love them back enough. So these adults would love me, but then they would make me feel inadequate, that I don't care about them the same, that I don't make them feel as important. And I carried that for so long that when I married my wife, Radhi, for years in our relationship, I did the same thing to her. I loved her, I showered her with love, but then I made her feel guilty. You don't love me the same, I love you more. You don't love me enough. You don't show me you love me enough. And she's there thinking, but I do love you. Like, I didn't ask for you to do all these things, and I didn't expect any of this, and I do love you. This is how I love you. But when you've been loved in that way, we love people the way people have loved us. And sometimes the way people have loved us has actually not been healthy. And so the love we're now repeating and passing on to other people is unhealthy love, unprocessed love. We're loving people with the same mistakes and the same negativity as the love we received, because we've never healed that. And that's what we think love looks like. We think love looks like making someone feel guilty. Subconsciously, we don't actually think that. Subconsciously, somewhere in our heart and our mind, we think love looks like creating drama. Maybe the first boyfriend you had always made you feel insecure and you always had to make it up to him. So now when someone makes you feel insecure and you have to make it up to them, you think that's love. That's how love looks like. Or maybe you had someone who always created drama, and so something was always interesting. And now when you date someone and there's boringness because there's peace, you're confused. You're like, wait, this can't be love, because love's meant to be more fun than this. But we don't realize that fun was trauma. And so if children were trained as they got older at the right time how to heal their own trauma, the world would be a much better place, because most of the problems that exist in marriages, in parenting, between kids and their mother and father is not anything but that. It's not something unique to that. There's a beautiful statement by Russell Barkley, where he said that the people who need the most love often ask for it in the most unloving ways. And I think that is the challenge with our world, that everyone is screaming out, reaching out, calling out for love. But their way of doing that is causing pain to others because they don't know how to ask for love. They didn't know how to ask their parents for love. They didn't know how to ask their partners for love. And now their way of asking is demanding aggressively, sometimes pressurizing, sometimes exploiting, sometimes taking advantage of. And that's only because they were never loved properly.
It's scary, Jay, because
It is scary.
if everything in our life is a word, and then it's a gap, a line, and then the first experience is the definition. So if a child, he still didn't experience love, and then his father beat him, love is beating. First definition. And the first definition is very difficult to break or erase. Even if you erase, you'll still see the lines there. So it will take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Would you say that you were able to break that trauma for you?
I would say yes, that I have spent the last couple of decades of my life simply trying to heal, monitor, and navigate any trauma I've had. And you're absolutely right that you don't become fully free of it. It's not like it's all gone and now life's great. And, I still catch myself making mistakes with my own wife all the time. I had a conversation with her the other day and I was just messaging her afterwards going, I'm sorry, that conversation was all my fault. Like literally just like 2 days ago. And it was, I realized that and it wasn't about something, it wasn't between me and her. We weren't arguing about something. It was almost like there was something that had happened in our family and we were both taking different sides. And I realized the side I took was only because of my own ego. It wasn't because I actually believed it. I just wanted to be right about it. And I wanted to be seen and heard and felt and understood in a certain way. And I went about it completely the wrong way. And I remembered how nicely the conversation had started. Like she'd called me up and, we've got crazy time difference right now because she lives in LA, as in we live in LA, but I'm in Dubai right now. And so in that short window we had, like I wasted the call. And so the trauma doesn't go away completely, but you get better at noticing it. You get better at observing it. You get better at limiting it and how often it happens. And you get better at communicating it to your partner. And I'll often say to Radhi that, hey, that was just me projecting this thing. I just want you to be aware of that. It wasn't about you. And as long as you understand that, I just want you to get that. And at least it helps you have that conversation. Whereas without you being aware of it, you think you're right, right? You still think that you got it right.